used to love playing badminton. So my family supported me a lot. I was one of the lucky ones. Even I didn't win so many matches till I was 19.
Oh,
The first national I played when I was 20 years old. I was one of the youngest player in the Rajasthan team in badminton.
Wow.
Roger Federer has also said that when you play different sports, your technique develops in a different way. So, which is amazing. I think everybody should start with Racketlon.
It's a pleasure to have you on the Physio's Corner podcast, and we really want to know a lot about Racketlon, physiotherapy, and how both are connected. So we're just going to go through a few questions and get a lot of insight. So we know that you've done your law and you're a law graduate. What sparked your interest in Racketlon and what has really motivated you to pursue this?
See, I did the degree so that I can play badminton. It was the other way around.
Oh.
So when I started law, because I needed to have a professional degree with me for life, that's why I did law. But my love was only in badminton, and then from badminton I shifted to Racketlon.
So I know, but I think not too many people know what exactly is Racketlon and what games does it comprise in it.
Oh yes, so Racketlon comprises of table tennis, badminton, squash and tennis.
Okay.
So you play all these sports with one single opponent, and you play a game of table tennis, then a game of badminton, then a game of squash, and then a game of tennis. Each game is of 21 points, and at the end you win through the scores.
All these games happen in one day's course.
Yeah, at a go. So one after the other.
So there's a lot of strength and stamina and endurance.
Exactly, a lot of strength, stamina, endurance, fitness. So it's a tough game.
It's a tough game for sports. How did your interest, as you said, you were very keen on badminton. What about the other three sports? How did your interest grew into table tennis and squash?
So I've always been playing table tennis initially, and then squash with time. I really like the sport. That's I used to play in my free time while I was there training for the main sport, badminton. So one of my friends, he's in Bombay.
Okay.
His name is Prashant, and then he told me about Racketlon. I started playing Racketlon and I started training in other sports. So it's very interesting because Roger Federer has also said that when you play different sports, your technique develops in a different way. So which is amazing. I think everybody should start with Racketlon so that at the end of time they'll know that if there are any particular sports they want to play, they can do that, and if not, they can play all of them.
I can totally relate because I play badminton and squash, and recently I just went to try tennis, and I realized that it's so difficult, like especially when you're learning one sport and when you have to shift the skills, the hand techniques, the brain hand coordination, everything is very difficult. So I totally get that point. So what does it take to become the captain of the Indian Racketlon team? I'm sure there must be a lot of challenges, pressures and expectations. So how do you deal with it?
Of course, I keep on doing my training. My training is a continuous process.
It is every day?
It is every day, without a break. Obviously, you take a break in a week, which I do, but it is every day. But being a captain is definitely a responsibility, a lot of pressure. You don't get pressure because you are a captain, and I've got amazing players. They are such good players. I don't need to tell them what to do, or they don't need to. In fact, they tell me what to do and I take their recommendations. So it was an easy process. I really like it.
That is very nice. What does it take to become the captain of the Indian Racketlon team? How do you handle pressures, expectations, and what are the challenges or any setbacks that you faced and you've overcome?
There wasn't a problem, first of all, with me. I got lucky.
It sounds very easy, but I'm sure there are some challenges.
There are challenges because you need to convince player that I want you to play at this stage of the game. I want you to play at this stage of the game, even if they have performed really good at the last game. Because strategy is very important when you play a team game. The difficulty comes there, but then everyone has been such an experienced players themselves. Everything becomes easy. It's not that the first time they'll be playing in a sequence like this or like that. So I think it becomes easy because they're players, they've been playing and they've been selected for India. But there's a pressure when I play because there's an extra pressure because I need to perform, right? I'm the captain.
You make it sound everything so easy. You sound so composed, so calm. I'm sure there's an internal, like there must be times where there was a situation or a challenge where you've overcome it and, lot of pressure or something like that.
Yeah, but what I do is I fake it till I make it. So I try to be as calm
as you can.
As I can.
How do you balance between your own training and handling the responsibilities as a captain? Because I'm sure you yourself will have, a day's typical training schedule, because Racketlon also involves 4 different sports. So how do you juggle between the two?
That's a really good question because training is very different in Racketlon. If I'm weak in a sport, for example, my weakest is tennis or my weakest is squash. So I'll train for squash 3 times, 4 times a week.
Okay.
And then badminton, which is my main sport, I practice it every alternate day, something like that.
Okay.
It's always preferable that you only play 2 sport or 1 sport at one point of time, and then you practice. You make a schedule like this, and week you can play for 3 days. You play 1 sport, and for a few days you play other sport.
So in a week you take 2 sports.
Exactly, and then
one that you're really good at, and one you need to really improve
yeah.
on.
So I don't take it for a week. I practice that sport like for as long as I can, and then I switch to other sport as well.
In your training days, how do you incorporate strength and conditioning in your routine?
It is one of the most important things in my game, and for me as well, because if I need to play more, strengthening is one of the most important parts. We need physiotherapists in our team, and we need physiotherapists in our daily life as well. It's so important for not even a sports person, for a normal person as well. Week में 2 days I do cardio and 4 days I do strengthening, because I think strengthening is much more important than anything else. As you grow older, a sports like Racketlon, which needs different muscle group to engage with in different sports as well.
Absolutely.
Without strengthening, you will definitely injure yourself. I think it's for, you know it better, it's for every sport you play, strengthening is a must.
It's a must.
You see Cristiano Ronaldo,
yes.
He's so fit, even he's 37 years old.
Yes.
It's all his absolute strengthening and diet, I guess.
Have you yourself visited a physiotherapist, and why?
Yeah, in my life I've been to so many physiotherapists, and I was so lucky that they were all so good that I'm here and playing right now.
Do you want to discuss about some injury and how physiotherapy has played a very important role?
For sure. So I've had a knee injury.
Okay.
So
that was in one of the games.
That was one of the tournaments I was playing. So after I played badminton World University Championship, there was another tournament I was playing and I got a knee injury. So it was an ACL and a meniscus tear. It wasn't that good.
That must be bad.
Exactly. Then I got operated from Mr. Dinshaw Padriwala. He helped me.
Yes.
And then Mr. Heath Matthews was my physio at that moment of time. Even Mr. Chris Pedro as well, I met him later. But thanks to them, I'm playing again, because after the operation, I was just thinking कि यार मैं बस वापस चल लूँ तो काफ़ी है, दौड़ने तो दूर की बात है. But it was continuous strengthening, continuous work, and then I could play.
What is your approach towards injury prevention and recovery? Because I'm sure when you're playing so many sports, injury is a part of it. And how do physiotherapists play an important role for you and your squad?
Also, I think every individual has their own physiotherapist, because we live in different cities if you're part of the Indian team.
Okay.
But of course, it is a must to have a physiotherapist, because you can every time consult them when you're playing this or when you're playing that. Injury is a part of sports. Of course, you'll injure yourself, but if you do the right kind of training and strengthening,
so you do feel that plays a role, like if you've trained yourself better, do you think that helps you from injuries in
I think
the
that's the only thing which will help you in injury.
Okay.
It's not about, it is a part of it. I think it is a must to have it, so that you can prevent injury. I don't think so anything else as strong as strengthening can prevent an injury. This is what I feel like.
Can you also tell us, aapke early, when you started this off, who were your coaches, who were your mentors?
Ramesh sir, who was there in badminton. Ashok Mehta sir, he was, most of the times he helped me achieve big goals in badminton. Then Chawat sir from Udaipur. Then my table tennis coach is, he's a friend and he's a table tennis player as well, Deepak Dangi, Adit, they are my table tennis coach. I have a different squash group in which I play squash, and they help me in
so every game has every mentor and every coach.
Every game and every mentor as coach, and then that's how life has been. They all help me in my sports dream, so that I can. So I've opened up a sports academy as well.
Wow, in Udaipur, if I'm not wrong.
Cheema sir and Krishna Kotak sir from Bombay.
Okay.
They are the founder. Kotak sir is the founder of Racketlon, and Cheema sir is the president of Racketlon. They helped me so much to play this sport better. Whatever I needed, I was getting, so that I can perform at my best and play better for Team India.
And you mentioned right now about your parents and your brothers.
Yeah.
How did your family support you in this?
I have a Punjabi family, So they were so grateful that at least I'm doing something good because I was not good in studies. So that's what made them motivate me that I should just keep on playing because they were happy that I'm doing something good. And I used to love playing badminton. So my family supported me a lot. I was one of the lucky ones. Even I didn't win so many matches till I was 19.
Oh,
The first national I played when I was 20 years old. I was one of the youngest player in the Rajasthan team in badminton.
Wow.
So yeah, but still they supported me and I used to love it. And playing sports improved my studies as well, improved my concentration level and how you can take the losing gracefully. You know, that's teaching for life.
I just want to add a point over here. I was speaking to one of the guests called John Gloucester. You know, he was a physiotherapist for the Tokyo and the Paris Olympics. And we were just talking about this, that we have a perception that children need to focus on only academics and studies. But we just spoke about it that when you make your child dwell into any sports, it can be any activity, swimming, badminton, anything, it reflects on the studies. Because you grow as a person, your neuroplasticity really improves, and there are so many benefits. So what you just said that because of playing also your academics got better is...
Yeah, not many people know this, but it is so important and it will help you a lot. While I was playing badminton, I started loving the sport so much that my concentration level improved and it helped me so much in my studies. Just a small example, one of the examples. I used to just read it and I used to grasp it.
Wow.
So it has a link. When you keep on watching a shuttle for so long or keep on watching a ball for so long and you want to become better in it, of course other things would be better if your concentration level. It's such a, yeah. And then how you, and you know that you keep on losing and you keep on coming back to it. That's what sports teaches you. So it applies to anything in life, even in studies also. Sometimes you're good in it, sometimes the result is not that great, but you keep on fighting. So that's another...
The fighting spirit is also something
I think
that
sport gives you that not many other things give you, and it's very important to have that.
Yes. Can you also tell us a little about the academy that you run and you're nurturing such young talents?
So I have an academy named as R.L. Choufla Center for Sports Excellence. It's on my grandfather's name, and we have 6 badminton courts and a gymnasium and a gymnastic center as well. And now I've started table tennis because since I'm into Racketlon. It's an academy which has always been my passion. I got a job in Bombay in CAG, and then also I got an offer from income tax through my sport.
Okay.
But because I wanted to open an academy, I have to leave everything and...
You wanted to make sure that you do something relating sports.
Yeah, and then that's what I know and that's what I've done. So the only thing in which I think I can give back
to the society
or to the universe is through badminton, opening an academy and helping others to grow. So yeah, this is...
So you have really young athletes, trainers. How young it starts?
Oh, it starts from as young as 5 years old.
Wow.
And then there's someone, there are times when a grandfather and a grandson also plays in the academy, and which is the best sight to watch.
That's lovely. Yeah. And how was it to gather resources?
I believe in manifestation and passion. So I was manifesting it, and I have people like Saurabh Bhaiya and Manan, they're my friends, and then they helped me get in the academy. So I know that if they would have not been there, I would have not had an academy, and kids were not be learning badminton that well. The ultimate aim that I want to open an academy and I want to teach kids and make them better. So I'm also tying up with an NGO and trying to help underprivileged kids as well in the academy. So Rajasthan has so much talent in itself that I think it's going to do well.
Do you also plan to involve squash and table tennis in your academy? Because you mentioned there's badminton and
table tennis.
Table tennis.
Eventually, I would love that to happen. I've started manifesting it. Yeah.
Also, when there is a game, there is a match, how as a team everyone comes together, and how important is the role of physiotherapy in that team?
A role of a physiotherapist is as important as a captain in the team. This is what I feel like, because it's a sport and you'll be competing with the best in the world. You need someone because it's a sport. It needs your speed, it needs your agility, it needs everything in you. So if you have a physiotherapist, a vehicle can go on a smooth road. This is what I feel like. If you won't have it, then keep being injured and then keep on recovering and being injured and keep on recovering won't give the best out of you.
The best result.
Yeah.
And how do you manage to stay updated with all the technologies, the strategies for this game?
Right now it's all about training. So we get everything on social media. The training is also, we know that we are doing the right thing because social media is so out there, and the best of the training sessions you can see it. Plus you have coaches. The technology, in a way, I think it's more about social media or more about technology, that we can know what other person is doing or the other player is training. So you can apply that. And of course my trainer and my physiotherapist, they tell me that what to strengthen. So the technologies, they need it more so that I can be a better person than I would need it.
Correct. And can you also tell about the World Championships? You've just, you were the captain of the World Championship, which happened in 2024 Netherlands, and it's extremely a proud moment that I'm sitting across you and, having to chat with you. So can you also tell about the number of World Championships you've been a part of?
I've been playing World Championship in 2019. So I played my first in 2019. Then
so you played Racketlon in...
Racketlon, yeah. I've played World University Badminton Championship in 2012 as well. And then I shifted to Racketlon, and then I've played World Championship in Racketlon
in 2019.
Then there was this COVID, which was sad for everyone.
Correct.
And then 2022 we played another World Championship. In that championship, India won the Nations Cup for the first time.
Wow!
Beating Great Britain.
Congratulations!
Thank you. I was part of the team under Captain Adarsh. It was amazing.
And the latest one?
The latest one. So in 2023 also we played. In Netherlands, Rotterdam, and this year as well I was the captain of the team. And then we reached till quarters, but then hard luck that we lost in the quarters this time.
Do you see Racketlon as a niche sport entering Olympics?
Yes, I think it will happen because all the 4 sports are Olympic sports, because squash is entering the Olympic in US. We hope that squash stays in the Olympic as well, so that Racketlon has a very bright chance to enter into the Olympics. Because
what initiatives or programs would you like to see implemented to grow Racketlon?
It's all about telling people about the sports.
Spreading the awareness
and having more and more tournaments. So as long as you will have more tournaments in a smaller age group, it will be more popular, because kids will love playing different sports, because it's very difficult for a kid to be stuck at one sport. They get bored initially.
You have seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that in my sports academy, and it's always because they want to try different things, That's what a kid...
they want to learn, they want to explore.
Yeah. So it's such a nice thing for them to play, because it will improve their skills as well. And at the end of the day, even they want to select one sport, they can get into it. Even if they don't, their skills would be so different.
It's going to help them anyway in their life and reflect in their behavior.
Yes, yeah, very much.
What are your long-term goals?
I feel that if I can stretch playing for India as much as I can, and if I can get a medal for India, that is my ultimate goal though. If it happens, I think it should happen, and it will happen. And eventually, I already have an academy, so I would really like to give most of my time, because of me being a player. It's a little difficult to give that much time, but then I have other amazing coaches as well, and I mentor other kids.
Correct.
So I would really like to be there full time, and then bring out champions of badminton or of racquetball or whichever sports they wish for.
Unknowingly or knowingly, you're doing such a great job, because as physiotherapists, our role is to impart physical literacy amongst kids. So what is physical literacy? It's basically any kid that grows, from 3 to 4 years of age, there should be some movement or some sport involved. It can be as simple as, just keep on jumping, just keep on running around, all of it. So you are doing this. You mentioned that as young as people who are 5 years of age, kids who are 5 years of age come to you. So you're doing such a great thing, because eventually in life they probably will or will not take up sports, but these certain characteristics that you're developing in them from such a young age is going to show in their life.
That if a kid will start playing at a younger age, even if that kid becomes a champion or not, but he'll be playing a sport all his life.
Correct.
And that is the best entertainment which will keep you fit. This is what how I take sports as. So having a lifestyle, that's the best thing to have, and having a healthy lifestyle and playing a sport all your life, because you've always done that while you were a kid, gives you gives you the best ever than anything else.
And we've also seen that people who play sports at a younger age do not develop certain health conditions at a later age. So you're actually saving yourself from such major problems and injuries.
I think it's sports and diet both.
Yes, that's true.
So yes, someone who plays sports and keep themselves fit. Even it's not about how are they when they're old. It's about they're at their best when they're at the present.
Correct.
So I think that's more important. Of course, they'll be best when they're at their old as well.
Yes.
So once you're fit and playing a sport, you'll enjoy the present more than anything else.
That's true. What advice would you give to young athletes aspiring to represent India either in the racquetball or any other sports?
I think each and every kid should start with playing racquetball as a sport, because it teaches you a skill of different sports. It teaches you sportsmanship. It teaches you playing with different kind of players as well, and then you can choose your sport if you want to, and if you don't want to, you can still continue playing this sport. So racquetball is such a, I think every sport I would recommend kids to play one sport at all, at
Correct.
least. Yeah. So one sports will help them so much in whatever skills they want to achieve, that racquetball will definitely help them because it has both sports. So, yeah.
Yes. Before we end today's podcast, there's a little fun segment for you. Because I'm a physiotherapist, I really want to do this. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 names, okay, of injury name, and you're going to try your best. You know what body part I'm talking about, okay?
Oh, this is very hard. I don't.
We'll see
I don't think so,
how
at
it
least.
goes. So if I say it's a rotator cuff injury, which part am I talking
Oh,
about?
it's shoulder. I have it.
That's right. ACL or PCL tear.
So it's in the knee.
That's right. Plantar fasciitis.
Is it in your back?
No, plantar fasciitis is at the ankle joint, the heel.
Okay. Wow.
That's when
Plantar.
there's a lot of inflammation at the surface of the foot.
I should know this word.
Which body part comes when we talk about Achilles tendon?
Oh yes, it's the shin area, right?
Yes. You're quite equipped with physiotherapy, so.
Oh, Achilles I know because the movie Achilles, and he got injured because someone hit
Yes.
him on the shin, right?
Yes, yes.
So yeah.
That's nice. That was the little fun part that we had. But I had a lot of learnings during our conversation, and it's a complete honor to sit, with the captain of the Indian Racketlon team. So it's so great that you have actually flown by over here just for this, and I'm very grateful. So thank you for this.
No, thank you, Devanshi. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for calling people like us who play different sports, which needs a lot of popularity in the country as well. Thank you so much, and thank you that you are spreading so much about body and physiotherapy, which is so much needed, not even in sports but in daily people's life.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you.